Brought to you straight from the Koffler Bulldog Studios at Bryant University, this is the Bryant News Broadcast. Hosted by Mike Cronin and Sarah Larrabee. Featuring Nolan Thompson with the weather, Brian Walsh with sports, and Chad Savo with the Bryant Update. This episode is sponsored by the Media Production Club.
On Tuesday, President Barack Obama sat down with Republican leaders in an effort to create more bipartisanship between the two parties. Although Democrats and Republicans remain strongly divided on many issues, Obama and the GOP leaders said that their meeting went very well. They've already begun working on solving a big problem, whether or not to extend the Bush tax cuts for the wealthiest Americans, which will expire at the end of this year. It is the first step in a big one towards cooperation in Washington.
With the internet now available to almost anyone in the world, more and more people are communicating with each other. However, online bullying, or cyberbullying, has now been coined to represent a new and disturbing online trend. The recent suicidal deaths of many gay, bullied, or harassed teenagers has brought this issue to the forefront, and some local communities are taking action. The Cranston School Department and the City Council have been holding public meetings to try and establish a no-tolerance set of anti-bullying rules that apply to the web. On the student level, the anti-bullying team at Cranston High School West and their theater department put together a dramatic presentation about the roles and effects of bullying. Since then, teachers have noticed a change in some students' behaviors, and community members are enthusiastic about the progress that has been made. Further cyberbullying hearings will be held in Cranston starting this week to finalize plans for the upcoming school year.
And with that, welcome to another edition of the Bryant News Broadcast. I'm Mike Cronin.
And I'm Sarah Larrabee.
Well, Sarah, we obviously use online for mostly social stuff and as well as other things, but cyberbullying is something that you really don't hear about, and I think it's something that people overlook these days.
Well, people overlook it because it's easy to do. You know, you make a joke to your friend, but someone else reads it and takes it the wrong way, and it really affects them. And through text, there's no emotion. We have emoticons, but sarcasm and all the stuff that is creating this problem.
Sure, yeah, that's the downfall with new social sites, Facebook, Twitter, things of that nature.
And school administrators, they just don't know how to enforce it, what to do about it, how to detect it. So that's what's going on in Cranston. So maybe they'll take the first step to really solving this problem.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, Nolan, it's going to rain tomorrow. Tell us about the rest of the week.
Thanks, guys. Well, taking a look at the radar, you can see that we are in a relative clear, but there is a chance of showers tomorrow, and that chance is looking around 90%, so bring your umbrellas to class. But taking a look at the weekly forecast, you can see that it's going to be just about sunshine for the rest of the week. There's a slight chance of snow on Monday, but I wouldn't be too worried about it. That's your weather for this week. Now over to Brian with sports.
Thanks, Nolan. After a 27-6 loss to Cardinals, quarterback Derek Anderson had one of the worst meltdowns in NFL history. Anderson was seen laughing on the sidelines to his right guard after throwing an interception down 27-6. People criticized him for his lack of commitment, not being professional, and everything else under the sun. I don't mind the laughter because it could have been, hey, we're 3-8 and we still have a shot at the playoffs. The problem is how he dealt with the reporter. He lied, got caught, and tried to deny it. If you get caught, accept it. Don't put your problems on everyone else. The reporter's just doing his job. You, though, are not. Boise State this weekend lost in a heartbreak thriller to Nevada, 34-31. Their hopes at a national title went out the door. With the Broncos are a good team, just put in a bad situation, like Cinderella was. The problem being, though, with one loss, they were dropped down from number 3 to number 9, and because of their strength of schedule, most likely will play a non-BCS bowl. Even though they won their past 25 games dating back to 2008, they still will not be giving a shot at the big time. I believe with them out of the picture, it's going to be a TCU versus Auburn title game. Back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Brian. Well, we all love to eat, especially during the holiday season, but one university is taking it to the next level. 30 students at the University of Maryland have formed the nation's first competitive college eating team. Yeah, that's right. The inspiration came from their meal plans, which have an expiration date, and they don't like the idea of wasting food. The motto of U Maryland is Fear the Turtle. This club has modified it to Feed the Turtle. As far as the Bryant team, well, we'll just have to wait and see.
The YouTube sensation Gregory Brothers are coming to Bryant on Wednesday, December 8th. Formed in 2007 and most famous for their online series Auto-Tune in the News, this band is made up of 3 brothers and one of their wives, and they travel the country making music and political parodies. At 7 p.m. In the MAC, the Gregory Brothers will be talking about how they formed, their journey through YouTube, and how they make their unique style of music. This event is sponsored by the Student Arts and Speaker Series, the group who brings several big-name celebrities to campus each semester. Free tickets are available now at the Center for Student Involvement in the Bryant Center, and this end-of-the-year event will surely not disappoint.
Definitely not a disappointment at all. It sounds good to me. I think I'm going to go.
I'm so excited. You know, the last couple days of school, you want to take a relaxing break from studying for those finals. I don't know. I'm so excited.
Definitely a good way to clear your mind through all that studying and
and if you haven't heard them, I mean, check them out on YouTube. They are hysterical. So hopefully they can bring a few of their samples and play it for the students, and I think it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, looking forward to it. All right, we're going to toss it over to Chad now with some more Bryant news.
Thanks, guys. In the only program's second year competing as a member of the Northeast Conference, our Bryant Bulldogs placed 4 players on the 2010 All-Northeastern Conference team led by freshman standout Max Machado, who was named NEC Defense Rookie of the Year. Sophomore running back Jordan Brown was named first-team All-Conference, while senior linebacker Jason Riff and cornerback Simon Wagstaff were named to the All-NEC second-team defense. Overall, after being picked to finish 6th in the NEC preseason poll by the league coaches, our Bryant Bulldogs finished tied 4th with a record of 7-4 and a division record of 4-4. In other news, senior Caitlin Witkowski, an environmental science major and professor of science and technology, Han Yane, recently discussed their findings in separate presentations at the annual meeting of the Geological Society of America. In doing so, Witkowski became Bryant's first undergraduate present research at the National GSA Conference, attended by nearly 6,000 scientists. Witkowski performed a molecular level assessment of 15 million-year-old fossilized conifers that once thrived in the high latitudes of the Canadian Arctic during the Miocene era, a time when the Earth's climate was warming. Her studies determined that the molecular components of these rare fossils are extremely well preserved, more so than the 45 million-year-old Arctic fossil conifers analyzed by Professor Yane in 2005. Professor Yane gave praise to Witkowski, saying, quote, "Presenting your results, arguing your point of view, and receiving criticisms from your peers at a national conference is an essential steps of doing research. For an undergraduate to have such an experience earlier in a scientific career is unique," end quote. Congratulations to Caitlin Witkowski and Professor Yane. Back to you, Mike.
All right, Chad. Well, pretty amazing achievement. Congratulations again to Caitlin. Simply an amazing feat. That's going to do it for us here on the Bryant News Broadcast. I'm Mike Cronin.
I'm Sarah Larrabee. Catch us every week on Channel 68. Have a good one.